Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mira and this is Age of Aquarius Oracle. I have pulled a couple of cards just to see what wants to come out, and this turned out to be a love reading. So I separated this part for the divine feminine and this one for divine masculine, but you can place yourself however you need to. We have a visitor. Okay. So this is a situation where label it however you want. If it's a soulmate connection, a high level soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want. What is important to note here, it's been, sorry, to adjust the audio. I couldn't find a cable. I can't hear myself, so I don't know if the audio is good or not. So I guess I'll let myself be surprised. So it's been quite a lot of time since your separation. And in the connecting energy, we have unconditional love. So this connection is real. You may have been doubting it in the past, is what I'm getting. Like thinking that this might be just a false twin or this was just a karmic person that was supposed to teach me a lesson. And what I'm getting is, yes, it was supposed to teach you a lesson, but the love on soul level is real. So we get a clock with cycles and time to heal and separation, which what this gives me is there was a possibly like a, it's almost cliche at this point, but this is what's coming out, an empath narcissist dynamic, whereas in not necessarily like a malignant narcissist, but that kind of behavior and setup that I'm here out in this world on my own. No one's going to take care of me, so I have to do it, and you know, over the dead bodies of everyone else. And that kind of behavior, being self-absorbed, uh, the masculine here, at least in the past, behaved in a way where the external validation was the most important thing. What I'm getting, this was kind of very unequal give and take, possibly breadcrumbing from the side of the masculine towards the feminine. Because that was the only thing this person, the divine masculine, that's the only thing you knew. Because I don't know who I'm reading for. I hope that the divine masculine will be here as well to watch this, to get the confirmation. Because we have a shock, a sudden change, shocking news, surprise epiphanies, and transformation. And especially with those two cards coming out, conjunction and the moon. So conjunction is the great alchemical operation of, union, coming together, the eternity symbol, and the moon symbolizes emotions, vulnerability, that was hidden. So on the divine feminine side, we have trust and illusions. So a lot of healing with, especially with the clock side, we know that divine feminine is often leading the expansion, the path towards awakening. No, give me a second. And with illusion and confusion, probably there were some wounds around escapism, addictions, fantasy. This is um, it can happen, especially for people who tend to escape from the real world into fantasy world, into illusions, into what ifs, and actually can spend a lot of time lost in this fantasy world through books, very often other forms of entertainment. And we have again energy transmitters walking in. But because of this change in on a divine masculine side, it tells me that here, divine feminine, you actually made it through, you can call it a test, a major junction in the development, by trusting, by accepting that you don't know what will happen. You surrendered the expectations for the outcome. And this is very necessary on the divine feminine side. And this is also a part where so many divine feminines become stuck because they're not able to truly let go of the outcome of this union. But if that doesn't happen, the union doesn't have a chance. I mean, still, if you let go, there is no guarantee that the divine masculine on his path will do it immediately as well. There are other things at play. But for your personal development, it is very necessary, and you did it. You did something. We have on your own. It's time to take some time alone or to be single to get a new perspective. So this is like you are closing the door. You're saying whatever will be, will be. Cutting edge, slice through obstacles, and carve a path toward your dreams. I'm sorry if it's noisy. I have the window open. And the cloud of unknowing. Float in the clouds of unknowing. Surrender to the mystery and embrace the sacred within. So yeah, this freedom, sudden freedom that I'm getting here, is actually fueling through the connection that divine masculine, where we have nurture, protective, compassion, love. So the divine masculine is waking up to his emotional side. There are some karmic partners, for some of you at least, waking up to his masculine energy until death do us part. So I think it goes with these external parties. There is some energy that needs to be resolved in 3D, some karmic lessons that needs closing out. And we have here higher wisdom, explore options, learn what you can, and expand your horizons. Right track, you are going on the right direction, so just keep moving forward. This is a positive movement, or positive in the direction, I mean. A wish granted. Any movement is positive movement. Just not staying stuck. Wish granted, the outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it's what you need. Yeah, so this also gives me a hint towards that maybe this situation, all this situation will not end up as the divine masculine is expecting, hoping, maybe, which I don't know what it is, but it is also a call for authenticity, for accepting the unknown, accepting that I really don't have that much control. And I mean over other people. We do have control over our action. And what I'm getting is maybe also with the external party is, which is things that I sometimes hear when there are people discussing ending relationships. I will just very briefly go over this. Like discussing, yeah, but at least I have something here. It's not great, but I'm married here. I have a kid. I have a wife. No, I'm not happy, but it's better than to end up alone. And while I do understand where is this coming from, if you stay stuck in an unhappy situation, in an unhappy relationship, you have no chance really to stepping into a healthy relationship from that position. So if that is something that sounds familiar to you, or it is resonating in any way, I will do 9 card spread for the divine feminine, 9 card spread for the divine masculine, and some connecting energies. And we'll see how this goes with all the cats. Okay, I will get these on the side. I'll keep these two. And let's start. 9-card spread. Okay. This deck is new, slippery, and the cards are so nice and soft. So this is Book of Shadows, Volume 2. Nine of Swords on the bottom. Okay, we are more or less in the same. And this deck is, what's it called? Darkwood Tarot. Mm-hmm. Ten of Cups in reverse on the bottom. And let's do the light seers for the connective energy. Okay. So, here on the bottom, before we get to the connective energy, we have 5 of Cups in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and 7 of Cups in well, upright. So this gives me the information that the beginning of this connection was possibly like sudden, and well, it kind of gives me like a false start, or with the 9 of Wands. You, Divine Feminine, are being seen by the Divine Masculine as the Queen of Cups. And there's a lot of passion towards you, but also a lot of doubts. There were doubts. Possibly like not feeling good enough from the Divine Masculine side. Let's put it like that. Okay. You went into hermit mode. There was So I have just realized that the whole reading I just did was not recording. then they recorded because the storage was full. So I don't know where I stopped recording, probably in the first part. So I'll just repeat then the reading. So I pulled 9 by 9 um card spread for the past, present, and the future with the significator cards. So there is definitely a movement, some sort of connection coming into union, also maybe with your own divine masculine and feminine energy, every one of you, both within you. I mean, so to sum it up again from the past, this is a connection that started with an emotional disconnect where the divine feminine offered a, a genuine emotional connection, whereas for the divine masculine there was a connection of passion. He definitely saw you as a queen of cups, a nurturing being, warm, emotional, wise, connected with herself and others. There was a lot of passion, but also a lot of doubts whether the divine masculine deserves the divine feminine. And it gives me like it was the what you already could feel was that the divine masculine was on a lower vibration and was pulling you to the lower vibration, where you realized that you need to pull back, get your power back. There could have been some breadcrumbing, as I already mentioned. Maybe you saw yourself just as one of the options, or yeah, you realize that for the real connection, you won't be just an option, you will be the only thing, the real deal. So you pulled back, Five of Cups in reverse, Hermit in reverse. You went back to yourself, maybe studying spirituality, working on yourself. As the connection progressed or the time progressed, I mean, it's like there is no real connection. It's like an maybe on and off thing, or maybe a friend group or workplace with the Three of Cups and Three of Pentacles. At those positions, maybe you work together, maybe you frequent the same social group, whatever that is for you. And with a Five of Wands and a Page of Cups in reverse, there was a battle within divine feminine, maybe to even find out, or what is it that I really want? What did I see in this person? Why did I even consider this connection? It was somehow surprising to you. I don't know why, But it's not only about this connection, it is in general r- renegotiating with uh, the parts of yourself. What is it that I actually want from life? What is it that I want to build? What is it that I expect from my partner? And so on. And on the divine masculine side, there was also the recognition, what have I lost in divine feminine? We have the pair, the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. The King of Cups waking up to the information or the truth within himself that you are his divine counterpart. And this personal development that each of you were doing on your own was actually feeding this connection, even though none of you were working on this connection, you were working on yourself, but that self love is nurturing the connection. And I mentioned it earlier at the beginning with the energy check, that there was a decision, there was something that the divine feminine, sorry, did, was either a decision or an action that had very real life consequences. Maybe you decided to quit your job that held you stuck for years. Maybe you decided to move. Maybe you decided to be more authentic. Maybe you did something that pushed you towards the right path, and you're stepping into the King of Pentacles energy, and with the world, it's huge. So it was a huge change, a big deal decision, something important, and you stepping into King of Pentacles energy, you taking control of your life, but in a gentle and nurturing way, where you take care of others as well, where you realize that this world is just a co-creation with other souls. And in the divine masculine, we have all three cards in reverse. The Four of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse, and Seven of Swords also in reverse. So this is the waking up of divine masculine to the truth of their relationships, um, sort of uprooting, realizing there are people and situations and places that no longer resonate with you, divine masculine. And it is a difficult time, but Ten of Cups in reverse, you do realize that this is something that cannot be avoided. This is a this is a kind of situation where you realize that from this place where you currently are, for example, if you are in a marriage that doesn't work anymore, you're not happy together, but you're thinking, I have kids, I have to provide, so that's why I stay. But you cannot build a new happy life out of place where you are unhappy and are suffering. So this is the waking up to this situation, to finding out that you have to build your life differently in order to be able to find a happier and successful relationship. You cannot expect to stay in a failed marriage and one day magically you be standing in front of your future divine feminine and it will go just like that. It won't. You have to do something for it. You have to get into the vibration of that thing happening. And for the connecting energy, we have the Two of Pentacles. And Two of Pentacles is just a like a light touch of two parties checking the waters. Maybe there will be a meeting, or maybe it's already scheduled. Maybe you know it's happening. It feels like it. Maybe it's the social group or work. Mm, I don't know, but it kind of feels like it's special. So I don't know, maybe it's something that doesn't happen all the time. So it's like a special occasion thing that is coming up. And the advice here is to approach this meeting with an open mind or without expectations, to not approach it in the energy of expectation of what we had in the past. Like, I'm not saying making excuses for the other person, but just be open and without expectations. So I'll pull one card from the Higher Self Oracle by Diana Mary Riddick. One for the Divine Feminine and one for the Divine Masculine. Okay, so one for the Divine Feminine. Anything wants to fly out? Take the first step. Okay. And for the Divine Masculine, let go. Okay. Oh, love on the bottom. Alright, so take the first step. Even the greatest was once a beginner. Don't be afraid to take the first step. Muhammad Ali. Throughout your life, there will be many creations you desire to bring forth. Your higher self is reaching out to ask you to take a courageous leap forward in order to create a desire that holds deeply in your heart. For most, the first step in the unknown is frightening, filled with uncertainty and unpredictable variables of the journey ahead. Many questions if they will have the proper resources, support, and assistance to truly manifest, and they end up defeating themselves before they even begin. If you are enmeshed in the elusive world of fear, then the first step will appear perilous. But if you trust in the knowledge of your higher self, then this first step will be a joyous one. This card reveals this is the time to break free from the chains of fear and be brave, dear spirit. Have the courage to venture on the unknown, since each step will move you toward your dreams and your destiny. If you find yourself collapsing into a state of worry and anxiety, look at your higher self in this card. She is taking a step with glee and enthusiasm, in as almost in an enjoyable dance-like fashion. She knows that this will bring for you and is sorry. She knows that this will bring for you and is excited to help you. What this will bring for, okay. Will you trust her? If you are attempting to begin a new business, consider moving to a new location. Or if you're trying something outside your comfort zone, then this card encourages you to take the risk. After taking your first step, trust that your higher self will nudge you into the appropriate following step. Rest assured you are supported on your journey moving forward. Yes, thank you. Exactly. Perfect. So this is exactly what we were talking about, where you freed yourself or you're about to. You have here more synchronicity, more encouragement towards taking the step, the important step on the journey of your self development. And this all is just to remind you that you need to also release the expectations and trust in all the other area. And don't let divine masculine pull you back in case there are such a tendencies. This is what I'm suddenly getting right now. A small warning maybe that it can happen because you are connected in on an energetical level. And in these times where you are about to make another quantum leap, you can feel the energy of the masculine pulling you back, sort of. And you need to know that in order to be able to easier resist the pull. He, the divine masculine, will join you on a higher vibration, but you are leading. You have to jump first. Okay. And for the divine masculine, let go. You will find that it is necessary to let things go simply for the reason that they are heavy. So let them go, let go of them. I tie no weights to my ankles. See Joy Bell C. This card brings to the fore the need to let go of someone or something in your life that no longer serves your highest good. Exactly what we were talking about. There may be a friendship or relationship that needs to end, but you are still holding on, although it is no longer helpful. Helpful, okay. In this case, you are asked to let go to make room for something better to enter your life. If a relationship has ended, trust that you have learned the lessons from that partnership, and it is time for new lessons to be experienced elsewhere. Remember, the love you shared is never lost in truth. If you are holding to the past out of regret or due to a very painful or life altering event, your higher self would like you to free yourself by refraining from reliving your past decision or experiences. Let go of shoulda, woulda, coulda. The past has become a dark companion in your life, and it is time to leave it where it belongs, in the past. Unburden yourself by freeing yourself from this attachment, or you will carry it like a malignant tumor, which will darken and spread to all areas in your life. If you are experiencing loss in some way, let what is leaving fall away. Everything is always replaced at some point in time. Keep in mind that your higher self had a plan before your incarnation to take the path and steps necessary for your spiritual evolution. Cycles of loss are included within that very plan, but they are never meant to harm you or impede your growth. Rather, they are placed there to challenge and develop your soul. If you are struggling to let go, complete the detachment burning ritual below. There is a ritual described here. Just going to, you can pause it and read it and do it if you want, but that's it. Yes, love on the bottom. So, for at least some of you, there is still a lot of hope for this connection. I hope that this reading brought you some clarity, confirmation, hope, or simply strength to carry forward on this difficult journey. I'm very proud of you for having the courage to step on the path of awareness. Thank you for being here. If you like this content, please leave me a like and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.